Man, this bums me. I just want to play, but the whole point of a Twitch stream is it's fun to watch, so, you know.
Is it?
Well,
I bet it's not right now.
Yeah. Damn it.
Sing.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, we'll start to get this worked out as time goes on. It'll be like machinery, just clockwork. Well-oiled clockwork.
We'll get it going.
I mean, the audio's synced up. It's just the underwater motions that are annoying.
That definitely would help to get a new router.
Fucking routers. God damn it.
Those pesky bastards.
No comment.
I would like to hear the comments now. I think I would like you to change your answer.
Well, it's something we should have discussed in our business meeting.
Fair.
Yeah.
And we forgot to do it, so I forgot to nag him and he forgot to do it.
It's just weird because it looks fine in Zoom, so it's not a hard drive situation, right? It's not a RAM situation.
No, it's the router. We know
it's happening in my computer. It's the movement from Zoom into OBS. As that happens, something gets lame. So that tells me it's not.
So is OBS okay? But is OBS a computer program that lives in your computer, or is it something that you go through online?
Yeah, it lives in my computer. So
okay,
never mind. That could be a hard drive issue. So next time I'll try it on the laptop. I was trying to get it set up on the laptop, but wait, now Cameron's saying he's on the Facebook. Maybe he means our Facebook chat. He needs to be invited to that.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess it's not weird that Zoom looks fine on my computer because the thing that takes up more programming clout probably is the OBS.
Mayhaps.
Do you want to go grab your laptop?
Well, no, because then I have to set up all the little windows and shit.
Oh.
And I don't want to do that. So I'd rather just play the podcast and don't worry, viewers. We'll get the Twitch figured out for next time.
We're very sorry in the meantime.
Oh, shit. Well, I got a little flavor text at the top, but before we get there...
okay, so just to be clear, so I know how to arrange my face, are we not going to do visuals this time?
We are. I'm just not worried about it being laggy, underwater looking.
All right. I won't pick my nose then.
Okay.
I mean, you can...
Good.
do as you
Were you just about to allow it, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm allowing it.
I
gotta add Cameron to this.
Thank goodness, because I got an itch,
No,
you
we're
know?
not Facebook.
I was going to complain that I trimmed my nose hair for nothing. But,
oh my God!
Now I feel better for doing that.
You know, it's fine.
Okay. So I forgot that Cameron does need to be in the.
I sent it to him.
In the Zoom?
Here he is. So now I'll need to adjust these boxes again.
Oh dear. Oh no.
So
boxes.
It's
box.
too difficult, I don't think. They managed to retain their general shape. All Okay. Well, welcome back to Shattered Worlds RPG. We're doing Twitch because of Jeff's computer problem. We're all laggy and shit, but it sounds good until Cameron tells us it doesn't. Cameron's our engineer. Shout out to Cameron. I gotta transition here. Okay, now we're looking good. So, viewer, if you're looking at this, you see the little picture I drew for the season. You see the map of our environment. You see me on the top left, AJ on the top right, Anthony on the bottom left, and Rachel on the bottom right. And yeah, let's get right into it. Shattered Worlds, there's a theme song. I don't know, because it's on Twitch and it's like a mashup of some pre-existing music. They probably wouldn't let me do that. So I'll be like, bam, 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 bam. And that's how it starts.
Shattered Worlds!
Shattered World! So we are a space opera, fantasy kind of sci-fi deal. We got zombies, robots, all kinds of other junk, spaceships, and we got all brand new characters this season, and we'll get into that real quick. But before we do, why don't you guys shout out your name, where you're from, your character name, that sort of shit. AJ.
All right, yeah. Sup, my name is AJ. I am from another podcast called Christmas Tide, Ohio. And I'm just, my character's name is Gale Zauber, and I'm just here to party.
Heck yeah. Anthony?
My name is Anthony. I'm in lovely Tacoma, Washington, just down the street from Jeff. I'm playing Alecto, and she is a very innocent, wide-eyed warrior monk.
Cool.
Hi there, I'm Rachel, and I am playing Mistletoe because I'm feeling the need to blow things up these days and don't want to get arrested for it. So I
That's
can
fair,
do that
honestly.
in the virtual world.
I get it. So before we start, let's talk about our safety tools. We've got lines. Those are things we just don't want to interact with in the run of play. Some typical ones for us are slavery, sexual assault, body horror. There's probably more. If y'all want to drop certain things in the chat, that's good. Veils are stuff that we're okay with, but as long as we kind of fade to black. So graphic sexuality, ultra violence. There might be some more same deal. Drop it in the chat. And then the X card is we'll do like an X with our hands, or we'll put an X in the chat, and that'll tell us that we just want to stop things down, take a minute. If you want to tell us why you didn't like something, that's cool. You can drop it to me in a private message, or just after a minute we can move on without going into whatever it was that just happened. And then the last one is the O card. Make a big O with your hands, or like, let me get in the camera here, or a heart. Some people like a heart. And that tells you that whatever's happening right now, keep it going. It's good RP. You're really feeling it. So, yeah, keep those in mind, and we will get started. Everybody got a D10 and a D6?
Yep.
Okay. And listener, we'll fill you in on rules and such. Rachel's new to the whole deal, so she'll probably be asking questions about rules and stuff.
Guaranteed.
Anthony was asking about hand-to-hand damage. We'll find as we go along that because this is a role-playing game that I've created and developed over the course of 4 seasons, there are things that I've updated. There's things that are like all in my head that I haven't written down yet. And part of that is the Dungeon Master's Guide or the Loremaster's Guide. So like generally hand-to-hand does 2d6 damage. No, it's 1d6. And if you have a melee weapon, that's usually 2d6. A firearm's usually 3d6. And then I have all sorts of bonuses and modifiers and stuff if I feel like you rolled really good on your attack or like, little things like that. But most of it's behind the scenes. You don't need to worry about that. We'll mostly be role-playing, coming up with cool cinematic action moves, and if I think of a specific rule that I'm using, I'll tell you. And if not, go fuck yourself. So that's hand-to-hand damage. What's this next question? How much mana do you think your power consumes? So the way I do mana is usually if you have 2 things going on at once. That's for spellcasters. They'll have like a field and then a magic punch or whatever. But I could for hand-to-hand fighters say like, oh, that move costs 3 or whatever. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Everybody's first level. Any other basic rules questions before I get started?
I think we're good.
Okay. It's time for your flavor text.
Mm.
Can you guys hear my nostrils making a bunch of noise?
Yes.
God damn it.
Wait, what?
All right. Stoneflower Island looms up before you like a peony floating through the vacuum of space. Dotted all around its multi-layered surface are ships of every size and description. Your devices ping on 1,000 different signatures, from 100 crew warships to 1,000 passenger cruise liners to one-seater scooters coasting along behind the station's enormous force fields. As your ship passes through the barrier, you see thousands of travelers strolling across every foot of the deck, stretching 1,000 feet in either direction. Long lines lead to customs stations, with smartly dressed attendants taking down names, helping people with their luggage, handing out bottled water and other amenities. Above, you see hundreds of robots crawling along the high ceiling, presumably checking pipes for flaws, surveilling the crowd, and scanning the ships for any sign of danger. You see robotic animals, dogs, cats, squirrels, and more, roaming about, entertaining children, and likely spying on everyone they come across. It's the most bustling and spectacular docking bay you've ever seen, matching anything on Thermopylae, Calustria, or even the Yafridi imperial capital of Devara. Your minds are blown. Passage through customs is quick and painless. Your bags are sent to your hotel, and you're free to roam at your leisure. What's next, citizen? So I think the 3 of you have already been given a dossier on the people you're going to be meeting. So describe a little bit of what you look like and I don't know, basic information somebody might know about you.
Who's going first?
AJ.
Okay. So you see a Zentradi woman, maybe like late 20s, walking around in a blue, like tunic style blouse, a billowy skirt, and a lab coat. She has goggles on her head, and she is just walking down a thoroughfare. One thing, Zentradi are see-through, so she is also like transparent. So that's, I mean, depending on how often you see a Zentradi or not, that's wild.
I don't know if that's an old description. They're not exactly see-through. More like a lot of times you can see their veins close to the surface.
Okay, so
they have a blue cast beneath their skin, but they can be all colors, you know. For the viewer, for the listener, the human race basically was split into 6 expressions tied to an element, and the Zentradi are linked with wind. And so they're a little taller, a little more slender, faster, you know, quicker, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anthony. Hold on a minute. You're not coming through the mic.
It was on mute.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was trying to move my table around so the light wouldn't be right behind me.
Good.
We didn't want to make a bunch of noise. Anyway, long story short. First thing you notice about Alecto is that she's very cute. She's just adorable. She's about average height. She's very stocky, almost, you know, at first glance, she looks very soft and chubby. But the way that she moves, you can tell that she's incredibly strong, and it sort of has a cat-like grace. She's Yafriti, so her skin is normally a red color. She has short, sort of curly, dark blue hair that's sort of pink at the tips, and she's wearing a blue sort of loose pants and slippers, a darker blue halter, jade jewelry around her neck and ears, and leather bracers. And she's wearing headphones,
Nice.
which she takes off. She enters exits into the space station, takes her headphones off, and goes, "Wow!" and just kind of stands in the middle of everything.
Cool. And Rachel?
So, Mistletoe is a giant purple Vorakh. Am I saying that right?
Vorakh, yeah.
Vorakh. And she's got, it's kind of hard to tell where her skin ends and her clothing begins. It's sort of deliberately vague. Yes, we're getting a message from our engineer.
Oh, it's because I minimized OBS. That can't be right.
Anyway, you don't have to see this picture. So, Vorakhs don't have any hair, and Mistletoe, who has a desperate desire to fit in, has gotten tattoos all over her body that look like the way she thinks hair should look, but she's a little vague on the concept. So she's got these sort of fake hair tattoos like all over her body, but also on like her elbows and her knees, places where hair doesn't normally grow. And she's got kind of a really long braid tattooed down her back. And she's never had a lot of money, but she spent what money she had getting little jewel kind of tattoos kind of woven into her fake hair going down her back. She does all this because she's a killing machine, and she thinks this will make her look less intimidating and that she'll be able to blend in more with the other races. I'm not sure how successful that is.
Cool. All right. So yeah, Cameron sent me a message. Apparently every time I switch to a different window, our pictures disappear, which is not great for my ability to use my computer.
You may need to go dual monitor.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I'll just use this one because I didn't have a USB cord proper to connect them, but I can pull this guy closer and just use the internet over here. Or not the internet. What did I need? The Zoom. That's what it is.
There we go. Yeah.
My mic just got all limp.
Oh, dear.
They have a pill for that.
All right. So are the boxes still missing, Cameron?
I see boxes.
Okay. I'm tightening up the boxes. All right. So this map you see on the screen, that is the station from the top down. It goes all the way up to this funicular thing that you can go from one edge of the flower up to the top, and then below it is all the facilities for like creating the thing, and then it's attached by a space elevator down to what's left of the asteroid. Cameron says it's all good. So
yeah,
this is fun. So yeah, y'all are wearing like let's say a green oak leaf pin, so you can see each other, like denotes like who's part of this little cabal. And your particular agencies, whoever you're associated with, asked you to come here and give your services to this secret mission we'll call Operation Oakleaf.
It's a good name.
It's
I
so
like the
intimidating.
name.
That's pretty cool that this completely different world has oaks.
Oh yeah. I don't
It was the
bother
first
to
thing
make
they smacked from Earth.
Smart. Oak trees
I don't
are
bother
cool.
to make fantasy trees. There's a few because I wrote books based in this world, and there's every once in a while I'll mention a odd animal or an odd flower or something, but I like to stick to what I know.
That's smart.
So yeah. Operation Blood Flower.
Yes.
Sorry, I shouldn't have given you shit about it. I apologize.
No, I appreciated it very much.
Oh, good. Okay.
So a little background, your group got you a hotel room in the Embassy Hotel, which, if you look on your map, it's on the far northern end of the concourse. And you're on the west. So if you want to go straight there, you just kind of go clockwise around the concourse. And as you go, I can describe what you're seeing. But yeah, this central area between all the flower petals is almost a cylindrical field that goes up to with this tower in the center. And then all around the outside of the circular concourse are these almost like termite mounds, like different shaped, sort of adobe. All the hotels and stuff have this similar vibe. And then all these tubes coming in and out of them that are water tubes. Gillamorians swim all the time, so they designed a lot of this station. And you see them like swimming in and out of these pipes, going every which way. And this is going to be kind of collaborative. So like if there's a store you'd like to visit, we'll just sort of invent it on the fly. If you notice on the map, I haven't filled in everything. But like if you want to buy some trinkets, we can go to a trinket store. If you need some boner pills, we'll have a drugstore, that kind of stuff.
Your microphone's gone limp. You need some. Go to the store.
Yeah.
Fix that. Go to the drugstore to fix that.
So y'all three sight each other, so you can either meet up now or wait It's up to you.
So, Mistletoe goes lumbering up to the cute little thing and says, "Hi! I think I'm supposed to be finding you. Did I find you?"
I think you found me. Oh my god, your tattoos are so amazing.
Oh, thanks. How did you know they're tattoos?
Oh, she has tattoos of her own. I forgot to mention. She has white tattoos on her face. But she's like walking around you right now, just looking you up and down, just totally mesmerized. I don't think she's ever seen a Vorakh before.
I think at this point, there's probably not a ton of Vorakh around the area. I do see a little cute person walking around a giant rock person. I am going to go up there now.
Hell yeah. So this station was created jointly between a bunch of Vorakh engineers and Gillemorian designers. So most of the Gillemorians and Vorakh you see milling about have like official duties. They might have jumpsuits or fancy uniforms. So yeah, it makes... Oops. Yeah, so are you going to talk to these two? What do you got to say?
I think I'd just start like silently observing them for a moment. Just like double check in my own head and be like, I take it you're the people I'm supposed to be meeting?
Yeah. And Mistletoe slaps you on the back real friendly, a little bit hard, sends you flying. Oops, sorry.
I go forward a few feet.
Yeah, she runs over and kind of picks you up and dusts you off a little bit.
Oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. The name's Gale.
Hi, Gale.
It is a pleasure and an honor to meet both of you. And she does a little bow. And then...
Wow, very courteous.
Alecto's busy staring at the tubes and watching the people go in and out of them, just wide-eyed.
I think Gale's also noticing these tubes and is getting like very fascinated, wondering what kind of improvements she could make on it. You know, just kind of like get in there, try to see if it can be like, try to see how it works.
Okay, so you have a head cam or whatever, so you zoom in tight on one of these pipes, and it's like a water park you might see here, except around the bends, the pipe ends and it's just a force field. Oh, and that's another thing. This place is about conspicuous consumption. To have all these force fields and like the cops float on like levitating scooters, like they're using a lot of power. These power cells for all this gear is like real fancy. Yeah, so you're doing like engineering specs or whatever?
Yeah, I'm just trying to like get in there, like see what's powering the water, see if like there's if it's in there manually or if it's being like summoned through arcane means or something like that.
Okay, do you have a skill that we can use, like an arcane knowledge or...
Oh, I do have
anything
arcane knowledge, yeah.
Cool, give me a roll. That's a D10. Oh man, it's been a while since we've done these rolls.
Oof's town, whoops a daisy. That would be... what's my light again? Because this could be not bad. It's a 14. It's a 4.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah, that's good enough. So in this game, if you get a 10, that's an easy success. 15's a medium. So you get a little bit of information, which is you think the water probably is recycled all around the station. There's probably big filters dotted about. As to the pressure, you think it's how do you put this? Variable, adjustable. So like some of the pipes you see a person's like pew woo, just zooming along super fast. Other ones, they're just kind of lazy. Maybe the tourist ones are slow and the worker ones are faster. But yeah, you don't see any leaky ones. No blowouts. Looks pretty sturdy.
Wow, the architectural design of this is amazing. It's pretty much perfectly structurally sound.
Cool.
I've moved on. I'm staring at something else now. Let's make like a cop's scooter. Like I'm unfamiliar with technology, so just everything is amazing.
Nice.
Mistletoe is she's never been any place like this, but she's pretending like it's all no big deal, so she's acting very unimpressed.
Okay, cool. So I think Alecto, you notice there in the center of this area is a gigantic park. It's like Central Park with all sorts of different zones. Everything's created technologically, but there's, like I said earlier, there's fake animals moving about. There's lakes and ponds and rivers. And in the center, that big Space Needle looking thing. If you don't know what the Space Needle is, kids, Google it. It's in Seattle.
Hey, well, let me take a second to Google the Space Needle.
So you have a little time to kill. You can go straight to the hotel room if you want to take a shower or watch some TV or whatever. The meeting you're supposed to have, the secret meeting, is supposed to take place during an official party function there at one of the hotel's convention rooms. We'll call it the Zangief room, named after the Street Fighter character.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So anyway, that's so you got a couple hours before that party starts, and so yeah, you can screw around, take a nap, whatever. It's up to you.
I think what Gale wants to do first is just go to the room and quickly unpack things so she doesn't have to lug all of her stuff around.
Cool.
So she gets to the room. Oh, wait, is there a random encounter for this?
There is. I got a random events table. So do the two of you want to go to the hotel as well?
I would like to move as one group.
Yeah, I'll.
Awesome.
Mistletoe just follows along.
Okay, so this is a percentile dice roll. Either I can roll this or one of y'all can.
I don't want to be responsible for it if it goes sideways.
I engaged it. I should do it.
Hell yeah. Roll that shit. This is a classic
89.
RPG trope. The random events table. Some DMs are real railroady. They want everything to go a certain way. I made this because I don't give a shit. Holy shit, did you do 89?
I did 89, yeah.
Oh, this is great. So y'all are walking.
A dragon pops out.
Y'all are walking towards the hotel, and you see a like robotic monkey come out and just stand in the middle of a concourse. And then you see like a couple tourists walk over and stand equidistant from the squirrel. And then 3 like kind of middle-aged folks come over and they stand sort of equidistant. And then before you know it, there's like 15 people sort of standing there as you walk forward, and they start doing a dance. And you see like a few people with their phones up, like watching it. And some music kicks in. It's like, and it's a flash mob.
I think I start not with them, but I start dancing on the way to the room. just because I'm so intrigued, like I'm so caught off guard by it that I just can't not,
Is it like an Ellen type dance as you go around the group, or is it?
I think it's honestly just like it's just kind of like bouncing while I'm walking. Danced before, and like if I see people looking at me, I might like stop a little bit, but like sort of kind of continue in a like shameful way.
Cool. Now you see people in multicolored outfits rolling on segways, and they're kind of spinning and looping about. Yeah, it's great. You'll see that on TikTok later.
Oh goodness, yes.
So you guys arrive at the facade, the embassy hotel. You see like flags billowing out front. There's, people of all different expressions going in and out. It's one of those rotatey front doors, the one like old, like in the 80s, they were real popular.
Revolving door.
Revolving door.
That's
what it's
goodness,
called.
yes.
So you can go in two abreast and you swirl around.
I probably get stuck in it for at least one revolver around and just giggling the whole time.
Very nice. You see somebody in traditional Yafridi dress, like looking at you, like kind of annoyed, and then you get out and they go in.
Thumbs up as I push her in circles.
So there's porters. I didn't mention this, but while you're here, basically everything's paid for in this central common area. So if you want to get a drink or a snack or foot massage or whatever, like it's all gratis.
Snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it's snack time. What kind of food they got?
Well, they don't have replicators in this universe, but they have robotic, food prep. So there's tons of options. So we can just throw out some silly ideas. You could have oysters in a bowl. You can have protein bars, whatever.
I think I'd go for like ramen in a bread bowl.
Nice. Okay, so Alecto gets some what kind of noodles you rock?
I'll get the ramen too. We'll just get the same thing, and I'll just happily bond over the ramen. It's noodle juice just going down my chin.
Yep.
So what do Vorakhs eat?
Well, I mean, it runs the gamut. On their planet, there's tons of large megafauna. There's some sort of animal husbandry or whatever, but it's more like more of them are vegetarian.
Oh, good. Okay. So she's going to try to eat some ramen, but she's not really used to using utensils. She's used to using her fingers, which are huge, and the noodles, which are fairly tiny. And so she ends up wearing probably more than she actually ingests because it just kind of slips through her fingers. But she's, again, not real clear on social customs, so she just keeps picking the noodles off of herself and then eating them.
No rules, just right. Am I right, my friend?
Hell yeah. So on your little Virtua lenses and comm devices and whatnot, you're automatically enrolled in the hotel, admitted. I don't know what you call that.
Checked in. There we go. We found it.
Yeah, so you're checked in, and if you want to go to the front desk for any specific needs, you can, but you can do all that stuff digitally as well. Yeah, you see this is more of an adult sort of sedate kind of place. It's not like a young, hip hotel, but there is a bar. There's a fancy restaurant, a regular restaurant, and you can just head to your rooms, I think. Is that what you were fixing to do?
Yeah, I haven't unpacked my stuff yet, right?
Mm-mm.
All right, yeah, no, we're going up to... if anyone else wants to come up with me to the room, I just want to unload my stuff.
Cool. Do you guys all want to be on the same floor, next to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So we'll be 3, 18, 19, and 20. And all three of you have a USA Today on the front.
Wonderful.
Stone flower today.
Yeah, stone flower today. And you all put your cards in the doors or whatever that is. I don't know, USB slot.
Scan our phones on the little thing.
Retinal scanner.
Sure, retinal, all that. You have to,
Why
several
not?
layers. It's like Twitch. You need to have several layers of security.
Gotta have dual authentication going.
Yeah, there you go. So you all go into your rooms.
Alecto doesn't go straight to her room. She wanders around the hotel for a while,
Nice.
waving at
Okay.
everybody, just checking stuff out. This is all new.
Hell yeah.
I make no effort to stop her.
Okay, this is great. What about you, Mistletoe?
Oh, she's just following behind. She's just, again, trying to fit in. So she's just going to kind of do whatever they do.
Okay, so we see Gale and Missle putting their clothes away or whatever. You're going to be here like 4 to 7 days, depending. That's how long the celebration lasts, which I didn't mention. Remembrance Day is it honors the end of the, what was it, like an 8-year-long war, which ended 20 years ago. So it's a big deal, this big party.
So Mistletoe has all her kind of stuff in a big bag that she just carries on one shoulder, and she doesn't take anything out of the bag. She carries that bag everywhere. She doesn't leave anything anywhere, ever.
Nice. What about Gale? Is she a put everything in the drawers kind of person?
I think that she has. Well, first of all, she casts dimensional inventory to grab all her stuff out.
Nice.
She gets she overpacked for this trip, so she's got like 14 pairs of clothes just in case.
What does it look like when she summons this stuff out of nowhere?
If you're looking at it dead on, it's just like a horizontal line, but if you've got an angle on it, it just looks like this purpley, misty kind of zero space that she's reaching into and grabbing random items out. So she's got her entire wardrobe that she's putting in the dressers. She's got like test tubes, beakers, potion bottles, gears, nuts, bolts, wires, just endlessly grabbing things out of her bag.
So,
she's got a million books.
Can Mistletoe see this going on?
You're in adjoining rooms, so the only way you'd see it is if y'all were synced up to like heads up video or whatever.
So, but are there doors between the rooms?
Yes, you want to do that thing where you open the doors?
So I've left the door open and I'm just staring open-mouthed at all this stuff flying out of the bags. She's never seen anything like this before.
Cool.
Oh, hey. Are you getting adjusted? Are you getting adjusted well?
I wasn't looking at all that stuff you're pulling out of your bag. I was just standing here.
Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry. Have you ever seen this before? Do you want to get a closer look?
Sure. I've seen everything before. I have seen everything. But yeah, what are those shiny things?
Oh, these parts. Oh, they're part of what we're going to be working on here. We've got the. I've been running experiments on certain parts. Like I'm trying to make a chest piece that has a charge of invisibility in it, so that people can wear it out, and if they need to go unseen for a minute, bam, like that, they're gone.
Ooh. You know, everywhere I go, people stare at me. I would like to be invisible.
Oh, okay. Well, I can certainly, once we're done testing it and all, I can probably work on a bigger model for you.
Oh, thanks. It does look a little small. It looks like it might just make part of me invisible.
Yeah, no, that's part of the trouble with working with steelwork and all. That there's not much room for give. There's no stretching it.
So it might make my foot disappear though. Can I try it on?
We'll save that for the test trials.
Okay, that sounds like fun. I
Duck
like
gets
you.
very excited that they have a human subject.
All right, Alecto, you're wandering the hotel. You've peeped all the convention rooms. There's 8 floors in all. Although you couldn't get up to the 9th floor, it's like penthouse. Or no, on the 9th floor there's various rooms, but on the side facing the park, it's a super fancy restaurant. It's like the nightclub kind of deal.
Right. Okay, after I have exhausted, I probably wouldn't go through every floor. I'd, just hang out in the lobby, walk through restaurants, check out the fountain, look at the art, the terrible hotel art. And eventually just make my way back to my room. I don't really
Stop
carry
right
much.
there.
Okay. Stopping.
You're almost to your room, and you got a little turned around, so you're facing this hallway. Normally in a hotel that there's like a dead end hallway. There might be a staircase or whatever. But all these hallways, when they dead end, there's a water pod for the Gillamorians to pop in and out. There's like a heating area so they can like dry off, change their outfits, whatever. And you see these 2, what you recognize as station cops, pop out. They're putting on their hats and like water's dripping off their red, like kind of robe-ish long coats. And they look harried and worried, and they lock eyes with you. And you see they have stun batons, but you don't see any visible hand weapons.
Okay. Do they were locking eyes? Do they seem threatening? Are they like hands over the handles of their weapons, or
They look tense. Oh, give me if you have insight. That's if you don't have that, then it's a shadow check, I think.
I rolled a 4
That's
and I
what
have a
it is.
shadow of 10.
Cool. Roll it up. Wait, did you say you rolled a 4?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not quite sure what their deal is, but they're definitely looking for danger. And it's then that you notice that door halfway between you and them is slightly ajar. And you hear a TV on, like coming from there, sort of tinnily going. You think you hear one of your favorite programs. I don't know what what's your favorite program? What's it about?
I don't know. It'd be some kind of situational comedy, I'm sure. The new Vorakh.
The new Vorakh.
Oh
Very good.
my god.
So you hear Big Judy laughing. And they kind of fan out on either side of the door, and they do take out their batons then. And the one closest to you puts up a hand, like kind of wait there sort of deal.
I'll wave because I think he's waving at me. No, I'm. But I will wave, and I'll just head into my room. It's none of my business.
Okay, you go back the way you came, and you find your room, and you pop in. You have one of those doors you can open if you want to say hi to Gale. She's got the middle room. But yeah.
I don't know. I'll go in and get cleaned up. Probably sit in the middle of my floor and meditate. I don't have anything to unpack. I have my clothes and a small bag, my headphones, some
Cool.
busted up old.
When you say get cleaned up, do you
Mobile.
mean like a shower? Is that
Yeah.
a euphemism for like a number
No.
2?
No, well, sure, I'll put whatever. And
So you're just getting down to meditate, and it's then that you hear a bunch of commotion out in the hall. Mistletoe, Gale, you also hear the commotion in the hall.
Okay, so Mistletoe kind of clomps out to see what's going on.
I kind of peek
Okay,
out behind her.
You see 2 tall Roomba-style robots kind of float past you down the hall and go around the corner. And you hear people like, watermelon, you know, hushed crowd noise, basically.
Watermelon?
That's,
Oh, is that like peas and carrots?
Yeah, in the background.
Okay.
Beetlejuice.
Got it, got it.
Right. So, yeah, that happens. Do y'all, all 3 of you, I guess, well, Mistletoe, Gale, you peek out?
Can I try to approach it?
Sure, yeah. So the 2 of you go around the corner. Alecto, are you going to come out?
if I hear the doors open, I'll peek out. I'll have to.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm like out loud going like, "What is that?"
All
I
right,
think you can
go
hear
around
the
corner.
commotion from me outside.
You see several doors are open down that hall. You see now there's Alecto. There's one of the cops you saw is out in the hall, like kind of directing traffic. And then another one has arrived, a really tall Gilmorian. And they have the same long red coat, but a blue cap. And they have some kind of hand weapon on their other side, on their other hip from the stun baton. And they're just looking tough, probably an officer of like a higher up of some kind. And the first cop you saw comes out of the room just looking like horrified and goes and starts conferring with the other 2. Somebody says to you, what's going on? He's like in his bathrobe.
Hello. I don't quite know, honestly. I'm out here trying to find out for myself.
Ah, you see those 2 Roomba bots go into the room, and you hear them taking snapshots, even though that's not necessary in a sci-fi future. Click, 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 click.
Murder.
On my random events table, I spelled it that way. Murder.
I love that hammer.
So do y'all want to try to find out more, or do you just leave it alone?
No, Mistletoe definitely sticks her giant head in to see what's going on.
Okay,
I
you
backed
wave.
up a little bit because that's the first time I've seen a weapon.
Cool. So you move your way through the onlookers, and the detective, we'll just call the tall Gilmorian a detective, and they put up a hand and they say, "Stop right there. This is a serious investigation. I need everybody to go back to your rooms.
Oh, sorry.
Settle down. We're gonna cordon off this area." And then
It
you see one of
smells
the-
bad.
Okay, everybody give me a smell check. This'll just be a light roll, I guess. Oh, we got an O coming from Gale. Is that you want more sniffing?
I just love that. I just love that scene very much.
What
What am
smells
I-
bad?
What am I rolling?
Let's see. This will be an a perception check, and I guess the relevant sub skill would be investigation.
I don't have.
And if you have cyber nose,
Oh god, I love that move, Cyber Nose.
I don't appear to have cyber nose. I'm just wondering which dice to use at this point.
D10. Pretty much always a D10, except for damage is
Okay.
die 6.
Are we all making this roll?
I got a
if you
1.
like. Okay, so generally if you roll a 1, that's called a botch, and then I roll another D10, and if it's 8, 9, or 10, it's a super botch. I don't know how you super botch a sniff test, but you're fine. Your nose is fine.
Oh, good.
You just get a sense of some kind of chemical-y smell, but not like a decaying gore smell.
Excuse me, is it anything I should be concerned about? Is there danger?
Okay, the detective like kind of sighs, and one of the robots comes forward and puts out its hand, and then a screen appears in front of it holographically, and it says, "This area closed to through traffic. Please move along, citizen."
Neat.
Can I would text sense work if I wanted to make it say access granted?
That'd be like a hacking situation.
I don't think I have hacking.
Yeah, you'd fiddle with your comm device to like hack into it. We do a contested roll, that kind of stuff. It'd be funny to hack a robot in front of the cops. Now, you could make your own holographic screen and have it say stuff if you wanted to have a funny chat with the robot.
I was about to say, can I banish the robot? But I feel like that's mean.
Oh, and not
I
probably
rebuke
smart for
thee!
the cops.
What was that, Alecto?
And probably not smart in front of the cops. Just
Yeah.
making the robot disappear right in front of them.
I mean,
They're already
fair.
pretty tense.
So everybody goes back to their rooms. I think since y'all aren't cops and whatnot, you probably don't have any reason
As far
to
as they know.
linger. So unless you just want to stand awkwardly in the hallway, we can move on.
I don't know much, but I do know that if we're here on a covert mission, it's probably best just not to make a lot of noise and call attention to ourselves.
Gotcha.
That's fair. I'd probably
And-
listen to you on that.
I probably came out in my bathrobe, so that's probably another good reason to head back in the room.
So if y'all would like to just jump ahead to the party, or if you'd like to do something else before then, how do you feel?
Is there anything else y'all want to do?
I'm good with jumping forward.
Okay. Let me get some coffee. I'll be right back, and we'll probably end at like the start of your secret meeting or whatever.
Okie
Does that
doke.
sound good? Okay.
Sounds good.
Rachel, what does your character do again for a career?
She beats things up.
Okay, right. So you're a thug.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But she doesn't know that.
What do I do for a living? Get rowdy.
Yeah.
Fight me.
She doesn't think of things in terms of capitalism.
Right.
So she just goes places and then things happen.
I can relate to that.
And then all of a sudden people are pushing and shoving at her and she shoves back and they're on the floor. It's just what happens.
That's how it be. That's just what happens.
I guess I'm channeling one of my a dog I used to have. Not trying to cause any trouble, just everybody starts barking and next thing you know.
I think you're on mute, Jeff.
Oh dear.
Are y'all having fun?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay, good.
I shouldn't cuss on here, huh?
I think it's allowed.
Jeff has cussed like 6 times since we started this stream.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Twitch doesn't mind cussing. You just better not show your bare feet or you're in big trouble.
Oh, because it's like a kink?
It's a long story.
Oh, man. So, let's see.
Weird.
We're jumping ahead an hour and a half, something like that. And this one is in the Zangief room. And yeah, on your way there, you hear people like whispering about the whatever happened in room 333. You know, like everybody thinks it was a murder, you know, but nobody heard shots or anything like that. There's nothing on the official news, but you know, it's like on Twitter, you know, after a shooting, there's people like wildly speculating about what happened at the Embassy Hotel. So yeah, you guys arrive at the Zangief room. Did you dress up for this party, or is sticking with your same old outfit?
Well, my understanding was it was a black tie affair. I'm assuming that my benefactor would have given me some clothes to wear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it can be traditional dress. Like, it's basically just supposed to be not jeans and a t-shirt, you know.
Right. So I'm probably wearing like an elegant black gown with gold trim, trying to look very natural in it, but like it obviously fits kind of snug in places I'm not used to, and so there's a lot of adjusting going on as I walk in the room. But it's a beautiful dress.
Very nice.
I think I would have worn a dark blue dress to complement my light green skin.
That sounds good.
So, Mistletoe she saw the other two getting dressed up in something, and so she took a curtain down, and she's tied it around her neck, and she's taken the tassels and brought them up and tied them on top of her head.
Oh my God.
That's so good. That's
okay. Now this
so
is a very
good.
fancy hotel, so this is a very nice curtain. Mm-hmm. So you lucked out there. And you hear everybody whispering as you arrive, like, "Oh God, what the hell is that lady wearing?" Kind of.
And Mistletoe thinks that means they are really impressed.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. So you come into this big banquet hall.
Saunters in. Yeah.
There's a dance floor. There's various adjoining breakout rooms. There's, one of those long. What's it called? Like a dais, but with like one of those long table situations with mics and
I
stuff.
see.
And yeah, there's various dignitaries bobbing around, reporters, all that stuff. And yeah, I guess I should say some stuff about this party.
Perhaps.
The hotel designer is there, like talking about the whole thing. It's a bit of a pitch meeting for the various different environments. So for the listener, for the viewer, whatever, every part of this station has like individual environments with their own force field, and so there's like deserts and seas, and every corner of the galaxy is represented. And so they give like one of those like video packages, and there's some testimonials, polite clapping. There's a silent auction, for charity. What's the charity that y'all are raising money for?
Well, if it's for the end of the war, Remembrance Day, I think the charity would probably be for victims of said war or veterans or something along those lines. Would make sense.
Yeah.
Mistletoe thinks it's a charity for kittens. She likes kittens.
Nice.
I love this character.
Oh, I must say it's a lot of fun to play a character who isn't trying to be smart. Because
Can I say something?
It takes-
Sounds it.
it takes a lot of pressure off.
I feel like I've made a mistake in being a smart character.
So halfway through the presentation, you get a little tap on your shoulder or a little ping on your comm device, and I have to find the.
I put my goggles down to see it.
Let's see. I have to find the secret meeting thing. Anubis Saj, also known as the artist. That's right. So yeah, you're invited to one of the breakout rooms. We'll call this the Lotus Room. And you have to check with a bouncer on your way in. And they take one look at your little pin and they wave you in.
I wave back.
I've been eating all of the food and probably have tried the champagne, which I've never had before. Ooh, it tickled my nose. And I probably had a bit too much.
Uh-oh.
Not drunk, but, a little tipsy, staggering in. Very happy. What's the first name of the person we're here to meet? You said Yasaj, the artist, but I missed the first name.
Oh, yeah, you're looking for someone named the artist. You don't know what they look like. You know they're a Lunari, and they have some kind of tie to organized crime. But apparently they can be trusted, according to your your Operation Oakleaf benefactors. We'll figure that out eventually, right? We'll fill that in.
We'll work it out.
So you see there's like a projector set up, classic workshop breakout session. Looks very drab compared to where you just came from. And there's one person kind of futzing with the projector, and then you see a Zentrite monk with like drab brown outer robe and like dark brown pants, sleeves kind of pushed back. They have a staff like leaning up against the wall behind him, and he's sort of like eyes closed, head tucked down, just sort of kind of dead to the world. And you there's 3 chairs for y'all to sit in around the there's like a small table.
I take a seat very slowly.
All right. So as you sit down, this guy opens one eye and kind of regards the 3 of you. He looks real surly. Alecto waves.
Mistletoe does not sit down. Chairs look flimsy.
Oh,
I
nice.
give a shaky nod.
And so she just kind of stands there. She
Okay,
doesn't.
You see a big hefty bench against one wall. You could drag over if you wanted.
She's comfortable. She doesn't. She's not really catching the social cue that everybody should sit down. So.
Okay,
She's
so
just
finally the
hanging.
person futzing with the projector turns around and you see a they're about 30 sort of shaved sides, dark black hair on the top, face tattoos, lip piercing, Lunari, sort of searching haunted eyes, sort of 5 o'clock shadow, all in black. Some decent muscled arms, but generally pretty slender, and a black duffel bag on the floor beside them. That's probably big enough to fit weapons in. You're not supposed to have weapons on the station, but that was another thing I was going to say. Did you guys smuggle in any weapons on your
I
way
am not a
in?
weapon.
Y'all are a weapon?
No, I am the weapon.
Cool.
Weapon is me.
So this fellow waves to the bouncer, and the bouncer quietly closes the door. And they say, welcome, have a seat. Oh, well, you can stand, I guess. I'm Anubis Saj. You can call me the artist. I work for House for Rule. You may have heard of us. House for Rule is one of the great houses of the Lunari. They built the 13 of the great houses built Calustria City, which is on the planet of Calustria, which is now basically the seat of Lunari government. The Conclave meets there, which is a group of all 6 expressions. It's sort of like a quasi-central government like the UN. But House for Rule is one of the 3 most powerful families in the Lunari logosphere, which is what they call all their planets, all their colonies and such. So this person's hooked up with a pretty powerful outfit, and they also have an oak leaf on their lapel. So they say, have you gotten settled? Everything's going well so far?
For the most part, yeah.
Are you the artist?
I just said that.
Oh, I
Yes.
sorry, I heard your name out of character. I just heard his name. I didn't hear the artist part. Maybe I was busy looking at the projector or something.
They call me the artist. Yep. All right. So I know you
What
have
kind of art do
told.
you do?
It's funny that you ask. I work with wood mostly. I do wood cuts. You know, I'm not. You know, I don't do it professionally or whatever. But you know, I like do a little sculpture. I make pots.
That sounds wonderful.
I do calligraphy.
No kidding. Oh, that's great. You see the Zentrite monk just go, can we fucking get on with it?
I like to take rocks and put them in towers, and I make them go very high.
How about that? The monk just sighs and shakes his head. Well, I guess we could do introductions later. I'll just get right into it. You all come from different organizations who have an interest in stopping dangerous experiments that could threaten the fabric of reality. Demons, that sort of thing. I don't know how much you know about what's happening.
What?
Behind the scenes, Mistletoe was given this job by this organization.
I know, but she is not clear on the concept at all. This is the first that she's really grokked. She's like, demons? Oh, of course, yes, sure, right.
Okay, so you may not be fully briefed.
Oh no! I know everything. You don't need to tell me anything. I know everything that is going on.
I think I see this and go, I think I need a debriefing, though, just in case.
Sure. I've got a video here, and it hits the projector, and the lights go off. And this video starts, and it's very slickly produced. It's like a beautiful picture of a Calustrian plain with like birds flying by, and a little stream or whatever. And the camera sort of shifts downward, and you see one of the most famous people in the galaxy, Lady Marissa Stargazer, who in fact was recently elected senator. So she's a woman in her late 50s. She's dark skin, kinky black hair, and like piled atop her head, lots of braids. She's got freaking glittery jewels around her neck, and just a kind of walking around gown, rings all over her fingers. She's sipping some sherry, sitting in a wicker chair, and she says, "Hello, friends. My name is Marissa Stargazer, and I have become aware of a dangerous plot that could threaten the fabric of our universe. You may have heard of unification as a concept. It is expressly forbidden by the Conclave. The first tenet, in fact, is that we are not allowed to conduct dangerous experiments in this area. And we believe that a certain shadowy organization has plans to do exactly that. And they are looking for investors and allies at this very convention and festival. And so you've been brought here to help us root out this conspiracy and to find out everything you can. You may, if you like, attempt to infiltrate the organization, or simply just investigate. We'd love it if you could find any plans, any evidence. We believe they may put on various presentations for their possible investors. If you'd like to go undercover, we can provide you a cover. Talk to Artist here. He'll tell you everything you need to know. If you need weapons, we can find them for you. If you need contacts on the station, we will find those for you. But if you are caught, if you are exposed, we can't rescue you. We could possibly bail you out of station jail, but we can't necessarily free you if you're captured and taken off station. But yes, if you'd like to know more about who we think might be involved, Artists will also help you with that. They'll give you code names, secure comlink channels, and that's about it. Of course, I ask that you not mention me or House for Rule in connection with this. But I trust you and your various organizations. So thank you for coming. I hope you help us achieve this worthy goal. Good day. And the package turns off.
Oh, where are the kittens?
Cthulhu puts his head in his hand. That's the monk, and he's just like, "Oh my god."
I don't think we may want to consider infiltration.
Does that mean we find kittens?
I don't think that's what it means. I think it means that we are going to sneak into someone's organization. What organization are we sneaking into?
Well, that's the thing. The artist says, we believe that rogue elements within the Conclave Central Service are involved. We have a few dossiers on who those folks might be. Cthulhu, the monk, he says, I'm pretty sure the Emperor is involved. The Emperor Aram, is the leader of the Yafridi Empire. He's mostly a figurehead at this point. The Ifriti Ascendancy is like their parliament. But he's rich as fuck. It'd be like the Queen of England taking part in an evil genius scheme or something. There's we have a whole long list of potentials. So, and then there's all kinds of functions where we could meet them. If you'd like to try to go undercover.
My head is spinning. Such a huge. I mean, this sounds like we're in pretty deep water here. Goes pretty high up if there are emperors involved. We shall have to be
just
very
the
careful.
One. just the one emperor.
But we shall have to be careful and plan accordingly.
Do we have anyone that we can trust while we're out there?
As the senator said, we have deep cover agents in place. I'm your handler, if need be. I'll be monitoring communications, whatnot. Cthulhu can't really go. Oh, he points at the monk. He's like, "This is Cthulhu, water seeker. He can't go undercover, but he's a good investigator. He's good in a fight." And Cthulhu like puts up his hands. He's like, all right. The main reason I'm here is because I'm a member of the Followers of Long, and I know pretty much anybody that comes in and out. So if you have questions, I can answer them. And
I am very, very good at getting undercovers. And she pulls the curtain over her head. See? I'm invisible. No one can see me.
We're gonna have to get to work on that device.
Yeah, I think we might want to go the investigation route if we're going to work as a team.
Yeah, investigation would probably be the best. For interacting with other people isn't exactly my strong suit.
Oh, I'm very good at that. Oops, you can't see me. You didn't hear me either.
I could possibly do some infiltration, but all of this is new to me. I am very naive, I will admit, and so I might be taken by surprise or may not know things. So definitely, I think the route we should go is investigation.
Okay,
yeah, probably.
So I can't say specifically, but we may have other teams on the station that can fulfill different functions. Yours might purely be muscle, which it looks like. They look right at Mistletoe. It looks like that might be more your speed.
And Mistletoe looks so happy. She takes the curtain off her head and claps her hands, and just the whole room shakes. She's very
nice.
happy.
The projector kind of almost falls over.
I would like to take this opportunity to amuse Mistletoe by going, where did you come from?
I was hiding. I was undercover.
Good job.
Thanks.
Well, that's it for now. Y'all have a dossier on various functions that are taking place. You have a map there. We have a whole map of the facility if you want to go underground or in some of the restricted areas. And you'll be on call if I need muscle.
Right.
Sound good?
They'll be on call if you need muscle. And
I have muscles.
All right.
I don't know, advising them from afar?
I need to keep my muscles, though. I cannot give you my muscles. They are stuck to me.
We're going to work on lingo.
I guess that's about it. All right. Cthulhu can walk you out. I have another way.
Where are there kittens there?
I conjure a cat.
Oh my god.
I use conjured ally and conjure a cat.
Oh my goodness.
So what does it look
I
like?
won't make you roll unless you want to. It's
What
just
is
a
the-
kitten.
What does the kitten look like?
It is gray with some orange spots here and there. The chest and belly is all white.
Oh.
It looks like it's got socks on because the paws come up to the ankles, all
And
white.
so Mistletoe holds out a giant hand and starts making like low kind of rumbling noises in her chest, sort of kind of purring noises.
Very nice.
And then she's just like very, very gently petting the kitten and then puts it up on her shoulder.
It nuzzles up to you.
And she is so happy.
Well, that's one issue out of the way.
Good deal.
Okay, go home now.
So does that kitten stick around for a while, or does it poof out of existence?
It will eventually poof out of existence.
Oh,
It'll be
no.
a sad time for Mistletoe.
Oh,
But
God. Poor Mistletoe.
So Cthulhu leads y'all back into the party, and it's in full swing now. People are dancing and stuff. So we have a little montage of fun hangout, y'all exchanging business cards with interesting people and so on. And the camera zooms out, and we see the detective and various forensics people standing around a corpse in room 333, and it's like half melted into the carpet, and there's weird green stains around it, and it's reaching out towards a data pad like that slid under a table, and on the data pad it says tell Rizzo the fish is walking. That sucks. Let's fix it in post.
guys, I promise it wasn't me.
So yeah, and then we zoom out above the Embassy Hotel. We see the concourse. We see the park. We see all the force fields. We come out. We see the entire station, bunch of spaceships, and we go into a spaceship with a console that says the fish is waiting on this console, and you see a black gloved hand like bang its fist down on a counter. And that's it.
Woo!
Credits.
End scene.
Next
Yeah.
week on Shattered Worlds.
Yeah. Hell yes. So how do you guys feel? Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
That was really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying Mistletoe a
Oh,
lot.
thank you. I feel like I'm finally getting to know her. I really wasn't sure who she was until she showed up today. But I just love the idea of a character who just thinks they're on a completely different mission than what
Yeah.
they're actually on.
I love that because it adds like an extra obstacle into how we need to operate.
But she can't be too gormless. But I guess if all she needs to do is fight,
Yeah.
and then if she grows to trust you two, then as long as you phrase things correctly, she's kind of like a computer program that you have to enter exactly the right commands into, because she will take everything super literally.
Nice.
And I'm really enjoying how impressed Alecto is with literally everything. Just
Yeah,
fascinated.
that's adorable. That's adorable. Yeah,
Cool.
I like Gale.
Well, thank
She's
you.
Yeah.
Oh, so that brings us to likes and wishes. After every session, I like to do likes and wishes. So that's basically where we go around the horn and you tell us like a moment or a vibe. So AJ's really into Mistletoe's whole thing. Anthony, was there a moment or a thing that really got to you that you enjoyed?
Well, see, now I'm under the gun. Now I got to think about things. I wasn't prepared for a quiz, Jeff.
Well, I will say that I loved how you just like stood around waiting to learn what those cops were up to. You're a nosy neighbor. I like that. That bodes well.
I definitely enjoyed imagining Mistletoe with a kitten on her shoulder. It's going to be so sad when it disappears. We should find her a replacement. I'm kind of picturing her a lot like Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere between Drax and the Hulk, you know.
I have never seen that, but she's actually kind of modeled on a cross between a neighbor I had who was actually very smart, but just kind of big and bulky and very literal, and a pit bull that I used to have. Who loved kittens. But I think, as long as you can keep conjuring up that kitten from time to time. I
have conjured ally and familiar, and my mana is off the goddamn roof. I can do so many of these cats.
So, and I think that, like, even if you change the cat's color, like, she's not gonna mind. She's gonna be like, "Oh, this cat changes colors. That's so fucking cool." And
they're gonna be like the kid that names one ant one thing and thinks that all the other ants are the same ant.
Exactly. And then I think, I don't know how she's going to react when it disappears, but you guys, we can figure that out when it happens.
And Rachel, did you have a favorite moment or role playing, anything?
I like the whole thing. I like how it's coming together, and I like that these are three characters who just are all kind of predisposed to like and trust each other. I really like that vibe a lot.
That was part of what we talked about in session 0 is kind of let's try to just be like instant friends and see what that's like, because we haven't done that much of that on this program before. So
I haven't done that much in any role-playing game. There's always one person that is just obstinate, kind of just, I'm just going to be a dick for the sake of being a dick. I'm not going to go along with anybody. So this is great. This is so awesome.
I do also very much enjoy the fact that between the three of us, we all share one social skill.
Now, there's the part of me that always plays, like my previous character, Shattered Worlds, was a spy master, and was a planner and strategist, and had all the social skills. And it's kind of painful sometimes, like not being like, let's read the dossier and talk to the people and do the thing. I'm like, okay, we're just gonna.
Yeah, this is a really different character than anything I've ever played before. Like, I always play kind of wisecracking smartasses, and there were so many jokes that I did not say because Mistletoe would not have thought of them.
I got the same thing going. Like, I normally play like a very debonair person, and I very purposely put my fire stat in the garbage for this role.
All right.
So last thing is wishes. Is there anything you'd like to see? Any sort of action or events or role-playing moments between the characters? Anything you're looking forward to?
I like surprises. So
all right.
That's what I want. I want to see the characters just kind of grow organically and get to know each other. I mean, Mistletoe can't can't stay that gormless forever. You know, at some point, she's got to learn something. And so I'm curious to see when that happens. And I feel like Alecto at some point is going to need to learn to be a little less open about everything. And Gale, you know, I don't have that much of a bead on quite yet. Like, I don't quite know her well enough. But she, you know, she's so much smarter than Mistletoe that I think if Mistletoe sees Gale make a mistake, that's going to be amazing for Mistletoe. But it may be years before she's even aware that could happen. So
yeah, I can kind of see Gale possibly becoming a mentor, because Gale knows things like you and I are very innocent in different ways.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to need guidance.
And, you know, Gale made a kitten, so Mistletoe is so impressed.
That's one of the things that, like, I'm trying to reconcile with, is that I know that I don't have social skills, but I need to balance, like, not having social skills between, like, knowing how social situations kind of go sometimes from an anxiety standpoint, at least. So that I can be like, hey, this isn't normal. This isn't right.
Right.
Well, and you can be, you know, I think Gale is obviously very empathic and compassionate. And so sometimes you can get by in social situations if you have enough empathy to realize that people are uncomfortable or sad or something like that. Then you can sort of patch together the appropriate reaction for the situation. Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to, like, the vibe of curiosity I'm getting off of both Alecto and Mistletoe, where, like, Mistletoe is very interested in the magic, and Alecto is going to be interested in just about any tech I have on me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hope Gale is ready to be seen as a leader.
I've adopted children.
And for the record, Alecto has, as the Ifrit, has a very high fire attribute. Well, not very high. It's much higher than her. All her attributes are really higher than average. But she has no actual social skills. She was raised in a monastery on a backwater planet by Lunari monks. All she knows is martial arts, and that's been her life. So that's something I can develop later as time goes on. I can start being more of the group's face, if need be, if that's the role I fall into.
God's bless.
Definitely. But, you know, and I think that's part of the fun too, is ending up at the beginning in roles that aren't suitable. You know, and then kind of gradually moving our way. But like I said, you know, I mean, I barely know Mistletoe, and I barely know the other characters.
Right. I don't know. So, I don't know my character either. So
hard to predict. Yeah, hard to predict.
Cool. I just realized that my pill shelf is behind you, and I'm like, I should have decorated that room before this. It's like my random junk room.
You know, I did. If it's any comfort as a set designer, I didn't even notice it, so don't worry about it.
Everyone's looking at my beautiful face, Jeff.
That's right.
That's right. I was distracted.
Yeah,
it's all looks here.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you to Cameron for being our engineer and our Twitch quality control person. I will try to. I'll use the laptop, I guess, next time, and hopefully that will make the video and the audio look better together. I'm gonna get that 200-foot Ethernet cord that Rachel suggested. And I'll probably order a signal booster as well. So. Okay.
We'll see you once we've hardwired into the Matrix.
Yeah.
How about some plugs? How do people find you on the internet?
you can find me on Twitter at AJ_Ganaros. That's Ganaros. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok words suck right now. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at AJ_the_Slayer. And I'm also on a podcast called Christmastide Ohio, which is a fun podcast I do with my friends. It's an anthological series in Kids on Bikes. It takes place in a Christmas town. It's so much fun. Go check it out.
Yes, it's very good.
AJ, I was already following you on Twitter. I had no idea.
Hey!
That's cute.
All right, Anthony?
I'm not on any podcasts or anything. You can find me on Twitter, just basically where I'm at on the internet, as Dr. Mod, DOKTORMOD. And yeah, that's me.
All right. And Rachel?
You can find me on the podcast called Everything is Awesome with this nice guy named Jeff. And we're in the process of rebranding to become Foolish Wits because that just feels kind of more appropriate of our current vibe. And the next episode we're doing is going to be an anecdotal episode because the last episode we recorded, we got a little intense and venti.
We talked for over 45 minutes about COVID.
I'm sorry, people.
And the scofflaws that don't think it's serious. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, people. But it's not exactly evergreen content, is it, when you start ranting about COVID? But it had to be done.
For weeks. We were like, eventually we're going to get into it, and we got into it.
And we did, and it was good to get it out of the system. But and then we talked about some other things too. We talked about Walter Benjamin and the evolution of what it means to be an artist. So we got pretty philosophical about some other stuff. So yeah.
So other shows, Everything is Awesome. The War for the Tower is an actual play set in the world of Stephen King's Dark Tower. And Everything is Awesome. We've had AJ on, we've had Anthony on, and you can find us on Twitter at SWRPG Pod. Email us shatteredworldspod@gmail.com. And is that everything?
Well, I guess if you want to follow me on Twitter and watch me get irate with people who don't understand how germs work, you can follow me at Festifoole, FESTEFOOLE.
Hell yeah. All right, y'all. I guess that's it. Come back 2 weeks from now. Same bat time. And keep it rolling.
Meow.